And we are back after what has to be the strangest uploads I've had in a while. We are going to be continuing on today in the Silver Lantern to see where we're going with Hellfire Descent. But a lot's been going on for this party, and y'all missed the last adventure due to a corruption of a hard drive. So we've got some catching up to do. We've got two stories because the party was split. We are going to start off with Tortufu telling what Tortufu and Memphash has been up to, and then Seoza telling us what Seoza and Veltari have been up to. So, Tortufu, go ahead and take it away.
Well, after we returned from the labyrinth and dealt with the assassination attempt on Dorian Steele, we retired. The group retired to our favorite watering hole to take a well-deserved nap. To just sleep our troubles away. Well, some of us did. Valtari and Seoza decided to back to that temple we discovered to try to fix Valtari's curse problem. Because she touched a magical cup without checking to see if it was cursed or not. But nothing we can do about that. Tortufu was left in charge of Valtari and Seoza's child, Millie, because who wouldn't trust a big 300-pound turtle to keep a child safe?
You're like 400
Wouldn't
pounds.
you? Oh yeah, I am four. Yeah. Okay, so 400 pound beefcake of a turtle to keep a child safe. And for the night, it was okay. We had some dinner. We went to bed, and it was fine. Nelly slept on Tortufu's stomach. It was fine. The next day, we had some good breakfast, and we went out to go shopping a little bit to check to see. I think Beezus, or Memphis wanted something from the blacksmith. We were doing our errands, and we eventually made our way over to the religious district to get our money to see if we could get our money from Seoza, because when we went to the blacksmith, we realized, oh shit, we actually didn't have any of the gold we got from the jobs. We couldn't even turn in our quest because Seoza had all the herbs. And we started discussing it. When we got there, found out the church was actually closed for an event. Two guesses on what event they were doing. But we started discussing what we were going to do. Unfortunately, we kind of forgot that Nellie now has a pretty decent grasp on the common language, and because of her years of being a street urchin and training from Tristan, she gave us the slip, which proceeded to panic the shit out of Tortufu, proceeded to start looking around for Nellie every which way until they saw, what was her name? Let's see here. It was
Brooke.
Brooke. There we go. Until we saw Brooke going into an alley looking all shady and worried. We then proceeded to follow Brooke, who was being hassled by some members of the syndicate. Is it the syndicate, the cartel? What was the name of that criminal group?
Um,
I know it was a very cliche name.
y'all are in Baldur's Deep? Not
Yeah,
Baldur's Deep, y'all are in Baldur's. No.
Baldur's
Hold on.
Gate. Yeah.
Alright, we're back. Sorry about that.
Yes. So Brooke was being hassled by members of the Guild, a well known, at least to Tartufu, criminal organization, and they were trying to get protection money from Brooke for a contract that they say that she sought. Ooh, excuse me, signed. Oh, a defender of children, Tartufu stepped in to try to get the to set things off, to keep things from popping off too much. But that's not never been one of Tortufu's strong points. So a fight ensued in which Tortufu, Beezus, and Brooke And who else was in that fight? I think who
Just
else
the
was in
three of
that
you.
fight?
That was it.
Oh yeah, it was just us faced off against three three of the criminals and two demon doggos. Not sure where the hell they came from.
And there was an archer on the roof there anyway.
Yeah, the archer who ran away, despite the fact we were trying to keep, we were trying to make this seem like just some regular violence. Now the guild's gonna come after us. Oh shit! But yeah, we actually did pretty good. You know, Tortufu hammered away at the guys. Memphis smashed them up good, and Brooke made sure a few of them would never have children again by smashing them in the testes again and again and again. Good job, Brooke. After a while, we finished them up, and that's pretty much all that happened. Brooke started rummaging through their pockets, and Tortufu the joined up with the loot. You know, pirates got loot. Pirates got pirate. And that's pretty much happened on our side of the wall.
And on the other side, we have Seoza Valtari, Nellie, Sir Fluffington, Arthur, and Tristan all involved in the other side.
Yeah, so basically what happened on our side is that Seoza and Arthur were dealing with a little bit of a situation as Valtari's possession, the exorcism was difficult, as exorcisms are. And she was basically wrecking shit in that church. Um, there's a couple of priests dead. Most of them are injured. She was trying very, very hard to rip out Arthur's throat. So it got to the point where there was nobody left to stop Seoza getting involved. So he got involved and was basically trying to get her to get Val to come back, fight against the possession and all that fun jazz. Well then at one point, um she got a hold of Arthur and it was bad. And so Seoza was trying to make sure that Arthur didn't get his throat ripped out. And that's when that is when oh god, there was some shadows on the rooftops through the skylight, and it turned out that Nellie was trying to find a way inside, but had gotten stopped by Tristan. Unfortunately, Tristan wasn't able to get her out before the thing possessing Valtari pulled them through the roof and into the building
Or window,
and started
technically.
it's yeah. Either way. And Valtari started to go straight for Nellie. Seoza activated their celestial revelation and flew over to intercede, but it was touch and go for a bit because we didn't think that he was going to be fast enough. It was terrifying. Um, and well, that's when things went all topsy turvy. And now we're on some kind of asteroid. I don't know where we're at, but our wounds seem to heal. Technically, I'm under a level of exhaustion, but for some reason that wasn't applying where we're at the moment. It was a whole thing. In which the the thing that was possessing Veltari ended up fighting another entity who Seoza is almost positive he knows who it is. And he'll go yell at him later. But said entity, those two went tumbling off the crater and are off doing their own fight. Whereas the thing that was possessing Val had some vampire minions that tried to fuck us up. But we proceeded to wreck shop. Actually, me, Sales, and Sir Fluffington are the only ones that are really actually injured. Sales needs a nap. But we came out victorious, and then now there's this dude who has told us to gather around to have a conversation. Seoza and Val is currently in control of her facilities, and we're just Seoza and Val have a what? Seoza's holding Nelly, Val's really close. We're just Seoza's gonna take these two and just bubble wrap them. It's fine.
Very well.
That's what
Take a
happened.
hero point for both of you, both Tortufu and Seuza. As we are going to start with the mundane worries of the world. Avoid all the mess that is the other party. As Tortufu and Memifash, y'all have just completed the combat in which you are in, and the bodies are laying strewn about.
It was 10. It was 5 gold for extra hero points, right? Wasn't 10.
Yeah. If you're
So
maxed
5
out
or 10.
on it's 5. If you're maxed out on hero points, it's 5 more gold.
Okay, just look here.
MVP is 10. So, Mfash, Tartufu, what you up to?
So he seems a little dinged up, so I'm gonna go ahead and use a level 1 cure wounds, my freebie for the day on him.
On Tortuga?
On you, yep. So we'll get a little bit back while we're hanging out here contemplating what to do with all these bodies around us. Should we just leave these bodies here, or can we sort of, scooch out of the alley?
I mean,
So
what are you going
9
to do? Put
healing.
him in another alley?
Yeah, good point.
Hmm.
Well, I am going to search them real quick, see if they have anything
You already
interesting
did.
on them.
Y'all did
Oh,
last time.
okay. Oh, sorry. Well, I say let's head back before reinforcements get here.
Well, we still gotta find Ellie.
But we don't know if she came this way.
Hey, Brooke, did you see a little tiefling girl run through here?
No, I haven't seen anyone. Just me.
Shit.
But I really should get a move on. If they're moving on me, they might be moving on the others. I need to go warn them.
Do you need us to come with you?
You probably just slow me down. Your legs might be longer, but you don't fit through a lot.
Yeah, let them go take care of this, and we can get back to trying to find Ellie. I think that should be our concern right now.
Yeah.
Do stand
see.
Oh, go ahead.
Theos is gonna
Oh.
blast me across the city.
You see Brooke runs around the moonbeam.
Oh, I can drop that. I'll drop it. Yeah.
As
Go
you
on.
see, she runs over here to where there's this strange kind of construction work. She still has her little hammer, and she hits something on the side, and you hear a whistling as a sandbag falls from above. She grabs the rope and gets yanked into the air, landing on the roof, then running across the clothes wire up above.
Whoa.
That was impressive.
I wonder if I could do that.
No.
Yeah, probably not a sandbag big enough.
We're not good roof people.
Never again.
Never again.
The movement reminds you oddly a lot of the way you see Tristan move through the city when you were chasing him.
All of a sudden having flashbacks of that chase on the roof and falling off 3 times. Little quick shudder. Ooh, never again. Tortured food, never again.
Yeah. Where could Millie have? She probably tried to get into the place. Maybe there's another entrance, or
Yeah,
he
yeah.
looks up at the roof of the church, shuddering a little
Yeah.
bit.
You're nowhere near the
Let's
roof
go
of the
check
church.
that out.
You're in the outskirts of the temple district.
So we're not near the thing then.
No, y'all went 10 minutes in following Brooke. Y'all are
Oh,
ways from the church now.
okay.
Yeah,
So
we
we should
gotta
head.
head back.
By the
So
time you
nothing
look
to
back, it'll have been about 20 minutes since you last saw Nelly.
So we best hurry.
Yeah, let's book it, my friend.
And so
So yeah, just
crew will.
go ahead. Mm-mm.
Can I get a perception check?
You may. I can't guarantee it'll be good.
Memphash, you can hear the sounds of panic. It's distant and off in the direction of where the church district is. And at this distance, you're surprised you're able to hear it. It has to be loud.
Do you hear that?
No.
It sounds like by the church there's a commotion. People seem to be panicking over there. And we need to be careful as we get back over there.
And as you look in the distance, Memphash, you can see, while the sun is out and it's hard to tell, there is a myriad of different colored hues coming from the direction of the the temple district.
I'll point that out to Tortufu and be like, "Hey, are you seeing what I'm seeing?"
Do I see that, or is it all in Nefash's mind?
Oh no, you see it once he points it out.
Are you seeing a strange aurora borealis above the temple district?
If you mean a lot of different colors, then yes, I am. Something's going on.
We should probably hurry.
We should probably hurry. Indeed, yes.
Yeah, Tartuffe quickens his pace towards the church area.
And as the
Yep,
two
and
of
I'll
you
keep pace with him.
sprint forward unnoticed by either of you, someone steps out of the alley just as y'all are leaving, watching your retreating backs as you dash for the chaos. A man dressed in black and red.
This fucking guy.
And he walks towards the others, looking over the bodies. But that's not the story we're looking for. We are following Tortufu and Memphash. As y'all sprint along, y'all find yourselves huffing and puffing. Can I get an athletics check from both of you?
Sure. Ooh,
Good shit. This one. Wow, seriously?
Both of y'all are having trouble after the brutality of that last fight, the injuries you've sustained, it's slowing y'all down a little bit. Y'all are a little tired as y'all's adrenaline is starting to run out. As y'all are pushing yourself to sprint all the way back, and it takes you longer than you would have thought, as the sounds are getting worse and worse. The panic is turning into screams.
That can be good.
You don't think this has anything to do with us, do you?
We're trying to find a small child, and we probably have an exorcism going on or something. Um, More than likely, yes. Knowing our luck.
I'd have to agree. With our luck, this probably has something to do with what's going on in the church.
Well, we just got to hope the other two are okay because we still got to find them and deliver some bad news. I'll let you do that.
Yeah, let the 400-pound turtle take the brunt of the blade.
They like you better than me. I'm just saying.
You're light.
I'm not saying I'm not, but I'm a little scared of them. I'm just saying.
But as
It's
y'all
just another
eventually get closer and closer, you're starting to see the colors you were seeing is a large barrier that should be covering about where the church y'all were just at should be. Y'all can see it goes high over the church, but can I get a intelligence check from both characters?
Imagine if I roll good on this.
Nope.
Wait, was that a save? Nope. Sorry.
I mean, it's the same roll because you're not
Okay.
proficient. But Memfash, as you're running, you're seeing it, and you're just like, oh, there's this weird, uh, almost like circular dome over where it is, and as you're running, something clicks in your head. You should be able to see the towers of the church by now. You do not.
Totufu, where
Yeah.
did the church members go?
What do you mean, the right? Oh,
It could be that you're not close enough yet, but you think you should be able to see them over the rooftops at this point because they tend to be tall. You can see some of the other towers from the other churches.
And do I know that that's the church that we were going back to, like
Oh
the
yeah,
one that
that's
they
the
were
one you
going?
were looking for.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
You might have gotten turned around, but you're like 20% sure it's something else. You're about
Yeah.
80% sure that's where you just were.
Memphis?
Yeah.
I don't really have a lot of experience when it comes to like exorcisms and stuff like that. Is this normal? You're a cleric, right?
In my travels, I would say that each exorcism is a little different, but you know how we were wondering if this has to do with us? I am pretty sure this has to do with us. And this exorcism is probably gone off the rails if the whole church is starting to like parts of it disappear.
What what's our plan of action here? Cause I don't know. I still can't get through barriers, and I don't know what we're supposed to do here. And I'm confused
So
and
out of
worried.
gates, these two. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry. Go ahead.
That was it.
Oh. So are we there yet? Like, well, can we
No.
see it?
Y'all
Well,
are
not
still
yet.
running through the alleys. It's just, you know how really tall buildings that kind of dominate the horizon, you can see them
Yeah.
over the other top of the building. You're where you should be able to see it, and you can see the barrier, but you're missing the towers. You're still about a minute
Okay.
out.
Okay. So I'll tell Tartufo then. Let's get a little bit closer, and then I'll see if I can think of something, or maybe we can figure out some way to get past this barrier.
All right. And so people will speed. Will double his speed. Just running.
You
Doing
can
his best to
see
run.
y'all are doing y'all's best. Y'all are huffing and puffing. And by the time y'all finally make it close, you can hear a massive commotion. People going this way, that way, some running away, some running towards. The guards are moving towards. Are y'all dashing into the square or staying in the alleys to get a look at what's going on before y'all enter?
Well, when I realized that there was commotion, I knew I was going to like get to the edge of the alley and take a peek first before I just sprint up into it, because I hear the commotion. I want to see what's happening before I run face first into it.
Yeah, but you have Tortufu, so I have to ask.
Yeah.
Well, that would be Tortufo's instinct too. He was a pirate. Running out where the main commotion is not what a pirate does. They sneak in the alleys too. You know, they check the situation before they go right in.
Alrighty, can I get a religion check from both of the party members?
Lovely.
Let me roll good on something, please.
Not lovely.
Motherfucker! I got
I'm
something
so
to
good
do.
at that.
As y'all are looking around, y'all are given a look over the place. You see members, what is very obviously the guard. You see what looks like might be adventurers, based on their gear. It's not as uniform as the guard. You see clergy moving around, but what really catches your eye is half of the church of Ogma has collapsed. All of the towers are down. The right side of the building is completely collapsed in, and there's this massive barrier around it, and above it you see these two large shadowy shapes clashing with each other.
Tartufo is going to pull Benfash in and whisper, "That's the temple they were at, right?
Yes.
Are we gonna have to pay for that?"
That's to be determined, but hopefully not, because that's going to be very expensive.
But
I am.
you can see these shadowy figures, these massive things that are bigger than some of the buildings around here. Both of them glowing with a red light. One of them seems deep and sickly and menacing that makes shivers run down your spine. The other is a much brighter red and still has some of those aspects, but it feels different somehow. It doesn't have the malice, but it has just as much strength to it. And it doesn't
Question.
feel good per se, but it doesn't seem as outwardly evil as the other.
Quick question out of game again.
Mm-hmm.
Way back when we were in the Twilight Zone time shift area, when Seyoza had her little episode when we sort of
Say the dude.
had a run in with whatever's inside of her.
Say
Him.
is still a dude.
Yeah, sorry. Um, um, is that color? Would I be able to tell that color vibe is the same one as that vibe?
Neither of them seem to match it.
Okay.
And you really didn't get vibes. All Seyoza really got was eye color change. This is a
Okay.
massive beast. It's almost formless, more of a shadowy thing. You don't really see appendages or anything, but these almost like these floating forces are slamming into each other
Okay.
as they are fighting over the church. their battle decimating the church.
Okay.
And there's a barrier over the church, so no one can get close to it.
Yes, you do see the guard adventurers, and it looks like some members of different clergies are all around it, keeping people away. Because you see, as these two clash, ripples of force blast out from each of their attacks, rippling the barrier but not getting through, but you don't know how long that barrier is going to hold, if it does at all.
So we got two godlike beings fighting above the temple where our friends are, a barrier around the temple where our friends are, various clergy and adventurers and guards keeping people away from the temple where our friends are. What the fuck do we do here?
I mean, we honestly, like, out of game, we could probably go up to whoever looks to be in charge and be like, "Hey, you mind letting us in?"
You do
I
know,
don't know
in
what
this
else to do.
case, Memphash, you wouldn't have the authority to do so. Even if you do have friends in there, you're not members of the Adventure Society. You're not part of the clergy. You're not part of the guard. You don't have any authority to do anything.
That puts a damper on the situation.
Welcome to not being adventurers. You're mercenaries.
Yeah.
And neither of you look like you have any magical expertise,
Mm.
which would be what they'd be looking for, because there's a giant barrier over the wall, over the city.
Well, Memphis is a clergy, is a cleric.
He's not a he's not a cleric of the right god, and he's not a acting member of one of the churches in the area. He's just a traveling cleric,
Uh,
which also doesn't
well,
lend him much
I'm
in terms of authority.
well, Tortufu.
Also, is Menfash proficient in Arcana? Because I don't think he is.
I don't think I am either. I am
Yeah.
not. That would be nice right now.
You'll have the badges from the Flaming Fist, but that would not be enough in a situation like this, where the Flaming Fist is here in mass.
I honestly think for the time being we should wait this out. This seems slightly above our pay grade, and clearly there's no easy way in. And if we try to force it, we could probably just make things worse for us in the short term, them in the long term.
So what? We just sit our asses and wait.
We can potentially scope around the building, see if there's a lesser thing, and maybe. But I can't think of a way to get through the shield right now. It might take me some time and some studying, but we don't know how long they got.
You can see there are mages up there doing exactly that. And they look like powerful mages too. People from research societies and whatnot.
Hmm.
You're looking at the barrier probably covering about 200 feet around the church grounds itself. It's pressed up against the on either side. There's churches on either side. It doesn't trespass into those areas, but it does press out a little bit into the churchyard. Or into the courtyard, not the churchyard.
Hmm.
The
Since I'm not
forces that are out there are quarantining off about a 500-foot area to make sure nobody else is getting close.
so, like, even if we try, we'd be seen even coming close to the church.
You could get into the crowd that's surrounding the barricade, but getting past that would be an issue. And if you get past that, you'd be seen. Because
Yeah.
you definitely don't look like any of the others. Because while the adventurers are here, most of them are along the edge. not in the barricade, except for a select few who look like mages who have been put forward, and you can see the guard is with, or not the guard, the flaming fist is with them, or the other members of the clergy.
You
Well, after a
mentioned there
few days,
was but
no, you first. You first.
you mentioned there was a lot of debris and damage to the surroundings.
Nope, all just to that church,
Oh, so it's just
all within the bubble.
inside the barrier. There's nothing actually. Okay, damn. I was hoping at least there was like some lifting of debris that Tortuga would be doing to like help people who might have gotten trapped or something. But all right, if there's nothing to do, then I guess we just wait it out.
We can make our way up closer to the barrier, see if we can eavesdrop on anything, and maybe at least get a hearing shot or hearing distance of what's happening. Maybe pick up something.
All right, that's I mean works for me. But remember, Tortuga ain't exactly the picture of subtlety.
They'll get out of your way.
I mean, at this point, stealth isn't really a problem. As long as you're not trying to push back, you'll just be a member of the crowd at this point. You just look like adventurers. Which would actually probably help calm some of the civilians. The more adventurers on site, the safer they'll be if those things get out.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah.
Can I get an investigation from one of you? Not both, just one. Because you said, I think it's going to come from Memfash, because I said you said you wanted to listen in and kind of get a feel for what's going on.
Yeah. Take that. No, don't take that.
All you're really able to tell is you hear about there was some kind of incident where somebody broke into the temple. One of the windows got smashed, and then within a very short order, the barrier came up, and all hell broke loose as these massive figures broke out. As for what's going on, nobody seems sure. You're hearing a lot of different rumors, but nothing that really you're just getting a lot of panic.
Yeah. So I'll tell Tortufu that, somebody heard that maybe or something, somebody broke into the church through a window, and then shortly thereafter, everything went to hell in a handbasket. Nobody really knows for sure.
Yeah.
However, we're missing somebody. And I think I know where that person went.
Oh, you're not thinking what I think you're thinking, are you?
Oh, you're thinking the same thing that I'm thinking, that you think I'm thinking. Yes.
Well, if you're thinking what I'm thinking, then I think you're thinking that I'm thinking that this could be very bad.
Very bad indeed, sir.
You can go ask around about it if you want.
Shoot, I don't even know if I want to expose the fact that we might be a part of this now.
It's up to you.
Yeah, that might not be a good idea.
I think I'm gonna keep that to myself for right now. That little suspicion, because there's really, if it was Nelly, there's nothing we can do about it now except have them come to us and be like, "Who's gonna pay for this?" And I'm gonna be like, "Our money's in there."
There is something else you remember while you're out here. This is where you also left Arthur. Because he was staying to help the clergy that helped y'all get into the city.
I did
You think
honestly
maybe
forget
if
about
we
it.
name drop Arthur?
What'd you say, Tortufu?
Yeah.
I was saying, you think maybe if we name dropped Arthur, we could get in? I mean, isn't he a paladin of this church?
No, he is
I
not.
think so. I can't remember.
No, he was just friendly with the church, which is why he was lending a hand.
I'm gonna ask for him to see where he is. Maybe he can get us in.
Is there a guard or a clergy member who looks free enough to answer a question around?
Free? No. They're all moving. And the ones that are at the edges seem most concerned with keeping people back. There are a lot of people yelling, a lot of people trying to get forward. You hear, "My son was in there. Is he okay? Can I help? Can I go?" And they seem to be keeping people back.
For the life of me, I don't know what we should do in this situation.
I don't either. I mean, we could try to bring up Arthur, but I mean, we can't get in to help anybody. I mean,
You also have the
yeah,
issue
I'm
of
stuck.
Arthur not being a known quantity here. He's a, like you,
Yeah,
traveling cleric. He's not like an archbishop or anything.
yeah. I think we. I mean, I know it's tough to not do anything. I think we might have to just look for an opening when we get it, particularly in the barrier. If it comes down, just be ready.
As the hours begin to pass, day very slowly eking by, the barrier gets pushed, or the barricade gets pushed further and further back until the entirety of Temple Square has been locked down. Only the members of the clergy that were already here are being involved. Sometimes you'll see high-ranking clergy members coming in, along with high-ranking officials from the Adventuring Society. You see Zaj come through at some point from a distance. What are y'all doing in the
When
meantime?
Zaj comes through, when Zaj comes through, Tartufu definitely like hunkers down and tries to make himself look as small as possible, which is next to impossible with his shell.
There's also the difference in what Zaj is wearing. Zaj was dressed much lighter last time you saw him, wearing like simple armor and whatnot. He is in heavy gear now. He is geared to the teeth, along with every other member of the fist he has with him.
That's not good.
Oh yeah, Tartufu would definitely be like receding into his shell at seeing that. I mean, this is a man who threw him through a wall. I think he does not want to see what he can do with weaponry.
But the hours pass, and it's not long before the sun sets, and the clash is continuing, the building being brought to rubble. There is no church anymore. And even when you were getting pushed back, one of the last things you saw is as the building fell, there was a body of a clergyman that looked like it had been torn apart.
Hmm. At some point, like once they started pushing everybody back after a while. Like we'd have to, we, it's hours going by. I'm gonna have to like, you know, introduce myself or just bring up the fact that we had our friends in there and we think I want to go try to find them. Maybe a little more specific. As we waited for a few hours, like, okay, we're not getting anywhere. Nothing's happening. Try to find one, especially since seeing Zaj go by. Like, try to find somebody who seems to be in charge and get their attention to tell them that I think our friends are involved in there.
Oh,
And we
you
would like
are
to get in.
nowhere near the people in charge anymore.
Hmm.
They are all close to the barrier off in the distance. You've got people patrolling, but for the most part, they're not even there anymore. They've put up a magic. They've had enough time to put up their own magic barrier that's keeping people out. So it's not even really manned. You'll see guards at a distance from the fist, but there's also the checkpoint you can go deal with. but it is very heavily guarded.
A checkpoint, you say?
Yeah, that's where like Zaj came through.
And you said the church had been reduced to absolute rubble, like nothing of the actual building is left standing.
No, it all came down.
At this point, it was like Tortuga was starting to wonder if any of his friends made it out alive. I
Yeah.
But the one thing you can still see the barrier, and you can still see the clash between those two forces as they are getting bigger. You're based on what you're seeing, the city is preparing for a massive event.
Yeah, I definitely say we go to the checkpoint, try to find out what's going on.
Sounds like a plan.
Keep that too long.
What'd you say?
Memphis? Memphis.
Hello?
Yeah, what'd you say?
Oh, I said we dally too long. We need to get to the checkpoint. At least try to find anything out right now. Because otherwise, we're just gonna be sitting here waiting.
So you are heading to the checkpoint. You see there's a couple guards moving around, waving people out of the way. A lot of the onlookers have moved away by this point. As you can hear throughout the city, there is a panic going on, but Flaming Fist and Venture Society is trying to keep the peace as best as they can. So there's not a lot of people here at the checkpoint anymore. There's a couple people, and they don't look like people you want to fuck with if things go bad. At least two members of the Flaming Fist, both heavily armored, and a what looks like an adventuring team. They look like the standing guard at the moment. There's not. If you want to walk up there will be nobody in your way, unless you try to go through.
I look over. Oh yeah.
Also,
I'll
can I
get to her
get
too for like.
a Arcana check from Memvesh?
Because I'm not good at that. My rolls have been terrible. I think they're going down. I think all my rolls have been going down.
It's the panic about
They
your
are.
friends.
The dice say the dice know. The dice just know tonight.
But
Yeah.
you can see they look formidable at the very least.
I'll give Tortufu a nudge. Hey, let's not mess with these guys. They look pretty mean, pretty tough. You want to go up there and talk to them with me, or should we just turn around?
We gotta find out what happened to our buddies.
That is true. All right, here we go. So I suppose with that, we'll approach the folks at the checkpoint.
You see, as you're approaching, all of them go on alert. The adventurers moving subtly in the back, you can see they are getting ready for a fight. It is one of the Flaming Fist members that comes forward. Halt! Identify. What is your business here?
Hi. We had some friends in there, and I think they are either in the rubble or something's happened to them here. We're just trying to get some information to see what's going on. If there's anything we could do to help, or maybe even investigate their disappearance in there.
I am sorry for You're lost if your friends are in there. We are not currently able to make any statements, as there will be one once information is forthcoming. Unfortunately, you will have to wait. He does seem to actively be sorry to have to tell you that, as he does seem kind of empathetic, but his face is hard, and it is not the I'm gonna budge on this kind of thing unless you can really find a way to push him.
Probably. I'm not even gonna try that. Not with him and his buddy standing there. Um,
They don't look like they're gonna actively jump you. They're not chomping at the bit. You get the feeling if you draw a weapon, you will be dead before it comes out of the sheath.
I mean, if these people work for Zodge, yeah, I'm not messing with them.
Oh no, it's not even those two. You might be able to take those. It's the adventurers in the back.
Oh,
Are you sure there's nothing you can tell us or something we can do?
An official statement
Or
will be made.
anything at all?
Unfortunately, adding more people into the mix will only slow things down. Unless you have a better idea of what's going on. If you do, that information may help us to determine what is going on.
I'm gonna look over at Benfash and give him like a look that just screams, "Should we mention something?"
uh, I mean, I sort of give a like that maybe shrug, like yeah, because at this point it's like
If you know anything, you may save lives by sharing it, ending lives by keeping it to yourself.
Uh,
Because he
well,
absolutely caught that.
yeah, I figured. Well, our friends within there, because one of our friends needed like some sort of ritual, and we're not really sure on the details of what kind of ritual they needed. We, fuck, what's the name of that little girl?
Brooke?
Uh, no, the scary one, the one that puts the fear in the Tortufu.
Oh,
Molly.
Molly.
oh,
Molly, thank you. Yeah. And she was the daughter of of a captain of the city guard, right?
Yeah, which the guard isn't here right now. They're likely still up in the upper quarter dealing with things up there because they have the upper quarter. Lower quarter belongs to Flaming Fist.
Yeah. We were told that they could help with our friend's curse, so they went there, and now this is all happening. I can't help but think that maybe it's related.
Do you know anything about the curse?
Uh, I think she got it when she touched this weird cup.
out out of character, real quick, at a game. Do we? Well, I think I was. I can't remember, but I saw Val like drink blood, right?
We all
Yeah,
did.
I was gonna say, I
Okay,
believe you
okay,
all did.
okay.
Katufu actually drank a little bit too because he thought they found wine.
Yeah.
But I can't be sure, but based on the stuff that was happening, it was definitely something blood related.
A blood mage?
No, no. Wait, blood mages drink blood?
Sometimes in their rituals, yes.
Yeah, maybe, maybe.
I don't think
All
it
I
was.
know is, hmm?
Go ahead.
All I remember from it is they came here to get the curse removed. And when we came to check in on them, the doors to the church were closed for an event.
I see. there anything else you can tell me about this curse, other than it was blood related?
What else could I mention about it? Because I don't think Tortufu overheard what Molly told Seoza about the curse.
No, I don't think so. I think you were out in a different room.
Yeah, so
Y'all don't exactly stay in the room with Molly very long.
No, I don't.
yeah, we tend to avoid Molly. Oh wait, I wasn't at tavern when it made when I heard that it made Seoza very panicked. I know it made our friends really panicked when they heard about what the curse really was. I didn't hear what it was though. Just that it was really bad.
I see. And can you identify your friends? Descriptions, names?
Well, there's Voltari. That's the one who was cursed. They're a pink tiefling. They wear a blue blouse, skirt, and have a heart-shaped tail. And then there's Seoza. Kind of skinny, pink haired. Uh, has a feather. Tends to wear some dark clothing.
Anyone else?
Oh, recently we lost a child we were in charge of. I don't know if you have ever seen him. Little tiefling girl, adorable, has like kind of how does Nelly look again? I'm trying to remember, like try to put in my brain.
Like that.
There is Nelly's picture. Hmm? Where do you post it?
I just made it bigger on the map.
Oh, let's see here. Has horns kind of like a deer's. Long hair, kind of haunted look a little bit. I don't think she had a good past.
And her comment is not that great.
Oh, yeah, she really only speaks fluent Infernal. Oh, and if you happen to see, and another person you might maybe see is our buddy Arthur. He's uh, he's kind of like a golden retriever, but not in looks, like in energy. Brown hair. Uh, he's probably wearing armor that looks pretty banged up.
Can you describe
Yeah.
it?
Arthur Brown. Well, classically handsome, like in a boyish kind of way. That's what I've heard him described as.
Can you describe his armor?
Oh, how does his armor look? I can't remember. Oh, god damn, yeah, real big. Uh, he has pauldrons I think in the shape of lion heads, silver with a gold trim.
You see a pained look go over the guard's face for just a second.
What?
If he is the knight in which you are referring to, there is a strong chance your friend is dead. A man
Oh,
matching that description currently has one of the dark tendrils speared through his chest.
can I
Where?
see him?
Where? Where is he?
In the barrier.
Uh-huh. Is there no way you
Unfortunately,
can...
no. We cannot let you closer. We have lost enough lives today. Risking more is just asking for trouble.
Well, that's my friend. I'll take that chance.
And we won't
Yeah.
risk other people's lives with you getting in the way. I am sorry for your loss, but other lives come first.
Very well.
It doesn't help that you got these, does it? And Tortue like shows the badge off.
No.
Dang it.
And I am sorry. Do you know if your friends had anything to do with the break-in? The man who went in through the window?
Oh,
That was a
yeah.
man.
Oh. In that case, no.
His eyes narrow. In that case, what do you mean?
Well, when we heard someone broke in, we thought it might have been Nellie, because she has a tendency of sneaking into places because she's real sneaky. But if it was a man, okay. Man, she might still be in the city, so that's a little load off my head.
Yeah.
I see. This man seems to have been thrown through the window.
Huh.
Ooh,
Thrown by who?
It's unknown.
yeah.
There were only seconds in between him crashing through the window and, well, he gestures back at the giant thing still fighting.
The hell are
Yeah.
those anyway? Some kinds of gods?
I hope not.
Yeah, that would kind of suck.
No official statement has been made as for what they are or what they want.
When you do make a statement, is it where can we hear it? We want to be able to hear it as soon as possible.
The town criers will spread it across the city. Once we know more, the city will know more. Not before. We will not spread false rumors. It will only cause more of a panic. But for the moment, it is contained.
Well, thanks for letting us know about Arthur, possibly.
Yeah.
I am sorry to have to be the one to tell you. And hopefully, the barrier comes down and we're able to save him. But I make no promises.
I like that guy.
Yeah, he's fun.
Well, is there anything else you can tell me?
I mean, at this point, is there? Trying my hardest to remember the details that can
Yeah,
help.
because honestly, out of game, like I can barely remember like the details that we probably would have known.
But I'm also trying not to like reveal like something that could incriminate us. You know,
Oh, that too.
like at this point, with our character, what the guard knows is our friends went in there for a routine exorcism, and some shit popped off because someone we have no affiliation with, wink wink, is broke in there.
Got thrown in there.
Got thrown in there, yes. So we can't be held liable. Hopefully, because I can't imagine you going to church is cheap.
I mean, if you could think of anything else to share, I mean, I really can't think of anything else.
Anybody got anything that could possibly? I would appreciate the help. Anyone else got anything?
They are unfortunately not with you to help.
Yeah,
But
but like out of character.
it seems not. But what will the two of you do?
Yeah. Well, if we don't have anything else, I mean, seeing as we can't get by, I guess we fade. I would say we fade back if, can't think of anything.
Y'all going to be heading back to the
Fade
inn to get
back.
some rest?
I mean,
Well, out of character, Tokuko still doesn't know that Nelly was in there.
Nope.
He just heard that some guy was in there.
Yep.
So Tokuko, I think, will start searching the city for Nelly, like the immediate area of the church, and expand outward.
Okay. And what would Manfesh do as Tortufa goes to hunt the...
well, I'll join them. We still got to find Nelly, so I'll join them in the search.
Alrighty. And before we go, the night is dark. There's a lot going on, but there is one thing you hear. One thing that draws your attention other than the horrors going on in Temple Square. A honk. And with that, we go back to the other
What the
players.
fuck?
I
As-
fucking love that tasty.
As
You
we
tease,
return, we return to Seoza and Veltari. As y'all have just settled down in front of this man to try to get some information on what's going on, as he is lightly strumming a lute. The area around still seems to be trapped in this strange floating void. Lights in the far distance, and no sign of the two figures that fell off, nor the vampires in which you fought. Arthur is sitting on a low wall on the other side, while Tristan is leaning against a cliffside, watching and listening.
Okay, I greatly apologize. I'm going to need like 2 minutes to switch to my laptop because the ping is terrible on my computer at the moment.
Alrighty, we will take 10 back at 40 past.
I don't need 10.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back.
Like,
Yeah, I'll
fair
be right
enough.
back there.
Alright, back in a minute. Sorry for the delay. We have returned. As we return to Seoza and Veltari, as they are sitting in front of this man, who is lightly strumming his lute. What will the two of you do?
Real quick. Above table. Has he said his name yet?
No.
No.
Okay. Val will start off then going, "Hi, I hope this doesn't come off as rude, but who are you?"
The quest for knowledge is never a rude one, Miss Veltari. But I am known as Ogma the Wise, Lord of Knowledge, patron of all bards.
Oh, very fitting.
It seems in this
Was it-
time of uncertainty, a little knowledge is exactly what you need.
I was thinking of looking into and learning up on a few things. Was it you who brought this here, or that thing that was trying to take over me, apparently?
I did. Finding a way to separate you and, well, that being felt pertinent before he destroyed the entirety of my clergy here within Baldur's Gate.
Val is going to turn to Seoza with, like, oh shit on her face and go, did I hurt people that did
You?
not need to be hurt?
No, not you. You have done nothing
Nah.
and carry none of the blame.
Seoza's going to look at Valtari and just dead in the eye and go, what happened while you were possessed is not your fault.
The blame falls solely on a man by the name of Varg.
Is he someone whose ass I can kick, or was he the one that got yeeted over the cliff by the other thing?
He is not something you can deal with as you are now. He is an ancient vampire lord from a long time ago that was sealed away because the heroes of the time could not kill him. Not for lack of trying.
Killing a vampire isn't exactly easy.
Killing a vampire is
Let
not
alone a
easy,
lord.
but him, it is near impossible. He is far beyond what a normal vampire is now. He is
That
delved
would
into
be
some
why I said vampire lord.
He is more than even that. He has delved in some of the darkest of the magics and twisted himself beyond anything recognizable to what he once was. That is a story for another time, I think. I think there are other things on your mind. Are there not?
I mean, I would like to know where we are. I would like to know what's going on with my child. Looks down at the tiny tiefling in his arms.
Well, I can only tell you one of two. We are everywhere, but nowhere at the same time. A place between places. One that does not properly have a name.
Okay, how about this? Am I in a domain of dread?
Repeat that?
Am I in a domain of dread?
No, you are in between.
I can handle that.
Effectively a place between planes. Here is where all the riff-raff and all the rubble of creation.
How do we get home?
You will find your way soon enough. I will send you on your way once we are finished.
Was there anything else you wanted other than to get me and that fucker separated?
I want much, but more than anything I want knowledge. But I think it is not me who is wanting at the moment. It was you who called for help. And of course, with
Yes,
one
I
that
wanted.
seeks knowledge like you, well, how could I refuse?
She will do kind of a mix of a curtsy and a bow and go, I appreciate you coming to my aid.
You are in a unique situation, a place within my power, and the want to be helped. It's not often that we can step in, but I found it prudent. But don't expect me to be able to solve all your problems, though. If I did, I would never get any rest. And unfortunately, that would make a lot of people angry. The life of the god. It's
That
never
is
an easy
true.
one.
Yes. And we cannot expect the gods to do everything for us. If we did, then what would life be?
It
But you
would
said
be
you have
boring, I
that
suspect.
Oh, I would totally agree with you. If I couldn't do it, explore and basically fuck around and find out, what would be the point?
I like you, little one. The chase for knowledge is always a good one.
Speaking about knowledge, I would like to ask if you know something that you are willing to share with me. I am looking for something in the city. I was told that it recently returned. Would you be able to give me any knowledge or information on it? It is a
Unfortunately,
book
it
that
is not one that I will. That is your saga to tell, and your song to sing. If I stepped in, I would be the hero of that song, not you.
Oh, I just wanted clues of where I might find it, but understandable.
Oh, do not worry. You will find it. Or it will find its way to you soon enough. The songs are never simple, and they never take a straight path. But they always come to an end one day, one way or another.
Okay. You're got a knowledge. Maybe some confirm a suspicion. The other being that was fighting. You said the vampire Lord Vargas. The other one that he was fighting. Is he who I think he is?
That depends on who you think he is.
Count Strahd von Zarovitz.
The count in which you faced in Barovia is long dead and will never return.
Val, you just see Seoza look like just a weight is lifted off of his shoulders at that information.
Val will come up and pat Seoza on the shoulders.
Then who was that?
I believe he goes by Mr. Red. But I think you already know that.
Yeah, I'd like to know when he hitched the ride.
As I understand it, he stepped in when your body attempted to leave Barovia, to stop what was going to move in when you left, to be a shield against the shadows, to be a
Seoza raises
sword,
an eyebrow.
to be a sword against those you could not yet fight.
Yeah, Seoza's gonna raise an eyebrow. I should have been fine when I left Barovia. After my deal with the abbot, and Mr. Red is definitely not the abbot,
No, he is not.
for one. For one, wrong gender.
That is the problem with traveling through the plains. It often leaves you open, especially you who have spent so long having your body prepared. There is a void that something needed to fill, and what wished to was not good, and would not have been good for you nor the lands you have arrived in. And while I would not say Mr. Red is good, he is the better option. At least for now. Perhaps he will learn a thing or two from you.
I mean, I'd very much prefer if everyone would stop trying to hitch a ride.
Well, he doesn't seem to be going anywhere, and since he is filling the void, no one else can.
This is normally one of those where it's the evil you know. But I don't know Mr. Red.
Well, there's always a chance to learn something new. But I think it may be a time before we're able to do that once again. Mr. Red may be preoccupied for a while, which means you cannot rely on his help anymore. I would advise trying not to die again.
Val will give a pointed look at Theosa at those words. Very much I would like that too.
Oh, I'm going to point something out. That was a very specific phrasing. Val doesn't know that I died. You think I almost died. That man just said specifically, die again.
Still, Val is giving you that look based on her knowledge.
I'm just like, I just want to make sure that that's pointed out. That would be new knowledge to Val. Theosa is not looking you in the eye.
Is there anything else you would like to ask of this man?
Is there anything that we haven't asked you yet that we probably should?
That is a very good question. One I hope you don't come to regret one day.
I
I
would
can
also like
only
to say
help,
very
but not give.
What was that, Val?
I was going to say also very what is the word I'm looking for? Subjective, I think. Very subjective.
Fair. Is there any information you can give us about our current goals with what happened in Elturel?
Nothing that you already know. There is too much at stake, and I have already interposed myself quite enough. I am at the limit of what I can do. But perhaps there is one thing I can do for you. Miss Valtari, your hand?
She will tilt her head in confusion, but put out her hand.
You see, he flicks his wrist and a scroll appears in it. Upon your return, please give this to my Archbishop.
She will give a over-exaggerated little salute, to be goofy.
I think you will make a good fit. But you have much adventuring left to do, and should you find it waiting on you, you will find a place waiting for you within my church. Now, I think it is about time you are sent home. Your friends are worrying about you.
We did leave without telling them where we were going.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
And
We told them where we were going.
And in the long hours since you've been off the plane, things have taken a rather drastic turn.
Fair.
Please tell me they
So
have
better
not
to.
done anything stupid.
Oh, they most certainly have done something stupid. Look down at Nellie.
That was stupid. Hopefully they didn't do anything to get the law on their asses as well, because mine and your fury will be enough for them to handle for the next decade.
It is not the law that hunts them now, but the opposite. As you see, he starts to strum a melody on his lute, and you see the world start to ripple.
Val will yell out, "Thank you for your help!" and do a very over exaggerated wave.
As you find yourself suddenly in the rubble and herding like you got run over by a herd of cows. You can see the sun is a beautiful, beautiful red, or purple? Purple. As the sun is starting to rise.
Is Nellie still in my arms?
No.
With a Seoza is up. I don't care about the pain. Where's my child?
You get up and you force some rubble off you, and you see nearby, under the rubble, Tristan is pushing himself up from off his elbows, and you can see he is struggling to do so as there's a lot of rubble on his back, but underneath him you see a curled up Nelly.
I am going there as fast as my legs can carry me, and I am going to start eating rocks.
Val is going to go and help as well. First, she's going to look in her hand and make sure she still has that scroll she was given.
You do.
She is going to she's going to secure it on herself any way she can.
You
If she
see
has
it
her
shrinks
bag there.
down and slips into your pouch the moment you think about it.
Oh, great. And then, yeah, she'll go and help after securing that away.
You look around, and the church in which you once stood is in complete rubble. And within moments, you hear the sound of feet coming, shouting.
Yeah. Once Kristen's freed and I've got Nellie in my arms, I'm looking for Arthur.
You see, it takes you a while because there's a lot of weight on Tristan's back as he's doing his best not to be squished. He is tabletop, not his strength holding, but the physical form he has is pinned to keep just enough a gap to keep Nellie safe.
Okay, in that case, then specifically, I'm gonna start getting this off of Tristan. And I'm gonna look at Veltari. Go find Arthur. He was hurt more than I was.
Val will immediately start looking for Arthur.
You can see he is actively trying to pull himself off of a massive spike that is taking up from right beneath his clavicle all the way down to his belly button, or where it normally would. As you see people rushing in to help.
She will start yelling shit, 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 and run over and go, "Who here knows medicine?"
They all seem to as they're running up. As you see Arthur see you, Veltar. Hey, I'll be just a minute. As
You stay
that
your
man
ass.
shouldn't have lungs and he shouldn't be able to speak right now, but he seems to be speaking relatively well.
Val is going to look at Arthur and go, "You shut up and stay still." She's going to turn to just one of the clergymen in general and go, You are good with medicine, correct? Just double check."
Yes, I got you hear a crack. As you
She's
whip
going
back
to-
around, Arthur has his sword in his hand, and he has severed the spike in his that's below him as he drops to the ground. As you see the holy fire that usually wields his sword start to fully infuse him, almost backlighting him with light as he is just an outline. As the spike in his chest starts to burn away, and you see the hole in his stomach closing as it burns away, to see fresh, clean skin.
Val is going to go to start saying something, then pause and go, and just shake her head no. Turn to the clergyman she was just talking to and go, take me to your archbishop. I have something to tell him, to give to him.
Yeah, he's over there. As he's looking in awe at whatever the fuck's going on with Arthur.
Valtari completely ignoring Arthur at this point, going, I do not have time for this bullshit. Walks over to the archbishop and go, I was told to hand this to you by Ogman himself. As she pulls out the scroll and hands it to him.
You hear one more thing from Arthur as you're walking away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm kind of glad I wasn't wearing my breastplate. I would need another one already.
Val internally questioning all of her life choices that led her to meet these people, but also knowing she wouldn't want to admit anyone else either.
But, you go over it. I see. Well then, Miss Vatari, I would like to welcome you to the Church of Ogum. It seems he has chosen you to join the clergy, if you are willing to accept.
I am currently on my own adventures, but I would like to follow in his teachings. He seems quite nice and personable. Looks at the rubble. You should probably continue with this first, though.
It is not to worry. We will handle this. Our Lord has decided that you have business elsewhere. You should be free to go, along with your friends. But should you ever decide it, we will always welcome you within our halls, as well as your allies.
Much appreciated. Val is going to look back towards Seos and see if Tristan is free.
Y'all see there's a lot of people now trying to prop up the weight that is on Tristan's back, trying to take it off of him so they can get him out, as they have to move him a little bit to get to Nelly. But there's a lot of hands working on it.
Okay. I should probably check in with my other companions. Seoza, dear. Should I look for Tortufu and Minfash?
Let me get Tristan out of here and Nelly in my arms, and then we will look for Tartuffu together. Because if I see that man right now, you just...
She's just gonna give a thumbs up and turn to the Archbishop and go, what would you like me to do to help at this moment?
I think there are quite enough people here to help. You should take your companion and get some rest. They look like they're about to keel over.
Above table, which one is he motioning to?
He's
Arthur,
looking at
or-
Seoza, the one with exhaustion.
Okay. Val will
Seoza
go,
is not stopping until Tristan is freed and Nelly is in his arms. If anyone tries, he's going to start glowing.
yeah. Val was basically going to say, he is not moving until we get our child and friend safe.
He is doing less good than he thinks. He keeps removing weight that is putting more on his friend because he is too tired to think.
In which case, she is going to walk over to Seoza, grab his hands by his wrist, pull them away, and pull him to the side and go, have faith. No one will let Nellie get hurt. We need to help where we can.
You see, as they are moving more and more rubble, an elfish woman manages to get on her stomach and reach in, and there's a countdown 3, 2, 1, and then y'all see Nellie pop up just kind of over nearby y'all. She's still curled on the ground.
Instantly in my arms.
There is another few seconds before Sir Fluffington arrives. And another few before a very bloodied Tristan appears in a cot near the medical staff. He is immediately taken away.
I'm going to look over Nellie and make sure that she doesn't have any. Does she need medical attention?
No, her and Sir Fluffington are fine. It looks like when they landed, Tristan took the blow, or something else took the blow, and then when the rubble fell on them, Tristan managed to get in between it, so it hit him instead of them.
We owe that man so much.
As y'all keep getting saved by blonde men.
Theoza is going to look at Valtari, is going to look at Nellie, and just go, this is just this is going to end up being just a 4-way marriage. Nellie, where did you leave Tartufo?
Nellie is asleep.
You know what? She can stay asleep. Where's the turtle?
Is Sir Fluffington awake or is he unconscious as well?
He's starting to get out.
Okay.
He's a little wobbly because he got yeeted through like a 3rd-story building.
Valid.
You think you can grab Sir Fluffington?
Logic above table. I do not think Val can physically lift up that dog, but she will
You
try
see,
and help.
he does get up after it takes him about a minute to do so. He's a little wobbly, but he is standing as he comes to stand next to y'all who have Nellie.
Arthur, are you coming with us?
I don't think I'm gonna be allowed to for a little bit. I'll meet you at the end.
Are you going to be listening to the doctors?
It's don't think the doctors that are coming after me. As he seems to not being hounded by medical staff, but the religious fanatics.
Like, okay, so he's not in need of medical attention.
You don't even see any injuries on his person. You can see his clothes are coated in blood. There's a massive hole in his chainmail. But you can see under that just clean, okay flesh.
Okay. Theoza's going to look at the clergyman and go, we have had a trying day. Excuse me, as I take my people and we go get to sleep. You can interrogate us all tomorrow.
It's
Arthur,
alright.
with
They've
me.
got...
Arthur, I'm not asking.
I don't think it matters. My archbishop is calling, so I need to go help with that. And then I'll meet up with you. But I'm alright. No worries. He gives you a crooked smile and starts moving on. And The fanatics follow him like a herd of ducklings.
Theoza looks at the sky and goes, if he is not back within the next 2 hours, I am going to fight a god.
Val's going to pat Seo's on the back and then just start walking away. She is going back to the inn and will probably be cussing out a turtle. A turtle man.
Do I have something that. Do I have a spell that. Do I have sending? I doubt it.
No, I don't think y'all are high enough level. Y'all are level 4 or level 3, so y'all would need level 5 for
Um,
sending.
Yeah.
And message, I have to see them or at least know where they are and be within, like, what, 60 feet?
100, I think, but definitely not close enough for
Yeah.
wherever Tortufu is.
Yeah, 120 feet.
Yeah.
But
He's probably
Yeah.
still in the city.
he's
not even
somewhere in the
resting.
city.
Oh, wait.
Memphash, did you ever go get sleep? Because I know Tortufu ain't.
No, I don't think so. I think we both took off together.
Fair.
I feel like Otufu probably might have sent Memphis back to the inn to see if maybe some news came out, and Otufu is still searching the city. Just calling out, Nelly, Nelly.
Well, you're talking about like after we left the checkpoint?
At some point, yeah.
Yeah, it's been. Y'all did that at like 8 p.m. It is now about 7 in the morning. Y'all are over 12 hours later. Y'all both have a point of
Yeah.
exhaustion right now.
At some point, yes, I would have, like during that time, I would have been like, we need to get some sleep.
Otufu was ship refused. He's not resting until he finds Nelly. You like you would have sent you back because maybe who knows? Nelly went back to the inn, but Otufu
Yes,
was
I definitely go grab some shut eye.
When did you leave?
I'll probably have left around 1. Like I would have been like, it's after like 3 or 4 more hours of searching with Tortufo. I'd be like, I'm at least gonna go to the inn to check there and grab a few hours of sleep.
You see, it's been a long night, and you weren't able to sleep well, the worry of your party members fresh in your mind. So you are sitting at the bar when the other two arrive.
I mean, I got Nelly. There's
Ye-
3 of us. Well, 4 of us, because of Sir Fuffington.
As y'all are trooping in, exhausted.
No, why are there 2?
Oh, you'll need a refresh.
Okay, so there's not 2 for you
Roll.
guys.
Mm-hmm.
No, Roll20's been duplicating tokens recently. It's not just a you thing. Okay, so do I see Memfash then when we walk in?
Oh yeah, he's the only one in here, other than Avery.
Uh-huh. Memfash?
Oh my! With that, get a praise celestial and go running over to them. Yay! And give Tails a big hug. Like,
You
oh,
see, they are
so
currently
glad you're
holding
back.
a small bundle of bean.
I mean, sort of like making sure, like, in a friendly manner that their arms can't, like, get up and hit me. Like, oh, I'm so glad you're back. So glad you're back. Oh, so happy.
So you're grabbing their arms so they can't smack the shit out of you.
Basically, like a little hug around them, sort of leaning over, like, oh, I'm so glad you're back. You too, Val, of course. And I go over and hug Val too. Like, oh, I'm so glad you're back. We were
As you
so
see
worried.
the bundle of cloak move and a little Nelly head pop out. Eh?
You, Nelly, you scared us. Tartufo is so worried. He's still out searching for you.
I went to space. As she falls back asleep. She says it in Infernal, so I don't know if... Or no, Memphis I think doesn't still understand. So I think it's just Tortuga that doesn't.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Memphis?
Yeah,
Where is Tartufo?
yeah. Last I saw him, we separated a few hours ago. He was near the church district, still searching out for Nelly, but that was several hours ago, so I don't know his exact location right now.
Do you have thaumaturgy prepared?
I believe so. Let me actually check.
If he doesn't, I have it.
Do note,
Yes, I
yelling in the
do.
city will cause issue when everybody has this panic
Yeah.
from a giant problem.
Hmm.
Also, not carry very far in the grand scope of a city.
It's 300 feet, so, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, Seoza has a level of exhaustion and wants somebody to go bring him the turtle.
I think at this point you have... No, you wouldn't have gotten another one, so you still just have the one. So you just haven't healed it. Yeah.
I mean, I went into the church with a level of exhaustion.
Yeah, due to
This
the
is
time skip.
technically day 2.
Due to the time skip, you haven't taken your second level of exhaustion yet.
Minus the fact that the time skip happened. I was still in the church for 24 hours
Yeah, that's fair. So you would take
before
another
the time skip. I have 2 levels of exhaustion. Someone bring me the turtle.
What's going to
Dude.
happen is Valtari is going to drag Zeo's ass to bed and tell Minfash, I am putting this one to bed. I should probably go as well. You should probably go as well. Let us tell Avery that if she sees Tortufu, to let him know that we have returned and that he is to get sleep, because come morning,
You are at morning.
me and Seoza. Oh,
The sun
okay.
is up. Memphis
By
looks like
time
he
we
has
wake.
slept.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Okay. In which case, yeah. Just when you two see Tortufu, you can let him know we are here, we are safe, we are sleeping, and we will have a word with him when he gets back and we are rested.
It will be another 2 hours before Memphis is able to actually go out and go around if he wants to get his long rest, though.
Yeah, I might as well.
Because he's only had 6 hours. He has 2 hours left for his long rest. He can be awake during this time, but not active.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm just
Val
gonna
is
hang
not
out
telling.
Slowly step
Val
away
is.
from Sailor.
Yeah, Val is not telling him he has to go look for Tortufu. Just whenever he sees Tortufu, to let him know.
Fair.
Wouldn't the town criers start telling people that it was safe at some point when they left the church?
Once a statement is made, but that hasn't come out yet.
Mm.
So Memphis, you have recovered
Seoza.
some of the missing party members.
Yay! But now I lost my, my de facto bestie.
Also, I want it to be known that Seoza, when he gets into here, is going to put Nelly on the bed. Because this is Veltari in Nelly's room. So Nellie's gonna go on the bed. This table right here and chair is getting moved to this corner. The bed is getting pushed next to the other bed. And Seoza is going to get into the bed and promptly pass the fuck out. With just Nellie on his chest.
Mr. Fluffington is taking up position next to the door as he curls up into a ball.
Is he sleeping on or under the table?
He's just over there. He's like right next to the door.
Yes, that is where I have just, that corner right there is where I've just put the table.
He's not in the corner. He's closer to the door. He doesn't take up the full 5 feet because he's not that big. So
Fair.
he's in between the table and the door.
Val, you are also getting pulled into bed.
Oh, she wasn't gonna fight going to sleep.
Fair.
So Memphis, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna wait those couple extra hours at the table, and then just sort of keep an eye out for the door, basically. And then after, I'm feeling up to it, I'll probably take off trying to go to Tortufu's last known location and see if I can track him down. I suppose it wouldn't be hard to find a big old turtle wandering about yelling out for Nelly. So
In that time,
You're-
Tortufu, you are exhausted. You have not slept. But you're starting to hear the rumble of a rumor that a miracle has happened at the Temple District.
Tartuffu is just starts wandering over, still calling out, but now his voice is kind of hoarse and broken because he's been calling out for Nelly for the entire night. Nelly!
Your voice at this point would be gone.
And I walk back to the Temple District using my hammer as like a walking stick.
You see, it takes you a good long while to get out there because you're moving very slow at this point. But you do make it back, and you see the barricade is still up, but the shadows that were fighting, as well as the first barrier, are gone.
Is that checkpoint still there?
Yes, it is.
Tartuffu is gonna head over.
You see, there's a new person, a woman this time, taller than you, Goliath in nature. This area is still closed off. If you have any business here, wait till tomorrow. This is ordered from the archbishops of all of the Temple District's churches for safety reasons. No one will be allowed within these walls, barring no excuses.
And some people will like at the tall lady, too exhausted to even like stand upright like to his actual normal height.
Return to your home and get some sleep. If you're trying to help, you won't be able to help anyone in your current state. You're more of a liability. Go.
And so Tifu starts hobbling back to the inn, tired, hungry, could really use a glass of water.
You see two members of from the Adventure Society, two younger members, join you to walk you back.
I still call out as we're walking, but like barely even legible anymore.
Yeah, they have no
Not
idea what you're
legible,
saying, but they do manage to
audible.
get you back. And Memphash is just gearing up to leave as you come in.
And go to. And here's. Find my thing. Here's go to.
Thank goodness you're back. Where'd you?
They were there, then the token was gone.
Okay, maybe I'm glad that just wasn't me.
Yeah, my token's right here. In front of you.
It did the glitch. You deleted it
No,
whenever
he's still there.
there wasn't. What?
Yeah.
I don't see him.
Yeah, no, I have
Is he under
two
Memphis?
screens. He is actually still here. He's right next to the door.
I'll
Right next to the door.
refresh. One moment.
Yeah, give me a sec to do the same.
Oh, he duplicated. I see what happened.
Okay, so the fuck? Why is there three of them?
Oh,
Oh
Because
god,
you
there's three
duplicated.
total.
You need to refresh. Roll 20s, be in roll 20.
that got launched into a whole ass other campaign.
Whoops.
There's three Tartufus now.
Just refresh
Enemies
so it doesn't
beware.
matter. There's only one.
Oh, you're gonna need 3.
Sales would hit a dehydrated, broken voice turtle, would they?
Yeah, they would.
Oh, yeah.
So Tartufus stumbles in with the help of the adventurers, looking very ragged.
Oh, thank you, thanks, Speed Tesselation, that you're back. Teoza and Valor, and surprisingly not, Nelly are all back and sleeping up in their room. I sort of give a little nod up there, and
And
as
Tartufus
suspected,
try to hobble past you.
wait, don't go up there. I would not advise that. They're probably asleep right now. I suggest you get some rest too.
As soon as you suggest that, Tartufu just collapses onto the ground. He's not used to being exhausted.
I'll reach down and try to heft him up and help him to his room. Come on, big fella. Alley-oop.
I mean, I think that's gonna be enough for us to check.
I don't think Memphash is going to manage to pick your ass up. Memphash only has a 9 in strength, doesn't he?
I got 15,
Oh,
sir.
you got a 15. Yeah, you'd be able to at least get him back on his feet.
I was about to say, Memphash is a cleric. He better have more than a 9.
Right? I mean, that'd be crazy.
Clerics use strength-based weapons.
Caster
Yeah, I
ones
do
might
like
not
laying
use
the
it,
smack
but
down.
yeah, you're able to get him back onto their feet at least a little bit and hobble him back up.
Come on. Here we
There's
go.
recognition.
And as we're going up there, I try to tell him, like, after your rest, not to disturb you, but Seyosa's mad.
Mm-hmm.
Very mad. So I suggest that approach. Try to go up to him and give him a nice little hug. It worked for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Hopefully. In parentheses. Oh shit.
So, what would y'all like to do?
Well, after I get him up to his room, I'm gonna come back and have some breakfast. It was very exhausting. Very exhausting.
Fair. It takes hours upon hours before the party starts showing back up. It is well into the evening.
I'm up here now, sleeping. The question is, who wakes up first?
It'd be the two that got here before you, because they got here about 2 hours before Tartufi did.
So let me put that on.
So it'd be Valtari and Seolza. Memphis, you did see Arthur return around midday. He gave you a wave before turning in himself. He's gonna take... No, that's Memphis' room. That's
I got the top
Seoz's
corner
room. No,
room.
that's Memphis' room. It's Aldrich.
He can crash in Seoz's room.
He's gonna take this one.
It's not. It's fair. I was gonna say because Seoz is not in his room, so.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember which ones were open.
I know this one is that silk that spider lady's room.
Hmm.
I don't know if
So,
it's still there though.
Valtari, Seoza, you have awoken.
Is Nellie awake?
She is playing cards with herself for Sir Fluffington.
Seoz is going to sit up. Are you beating Sir Fluffington?
No, he keeps winning.
Seoz looks at Sir Fluffington.
He moves.
Who knew he was such a card shark?
As you realize he has mahjong tiles instead of cards.
I think they're playing two different games. Come on, let's get some food. Seoz is gonna scoop Nellie up.
As Nellie plays, as you're going to pick her up, they play Slifer the Sky Dragon.
Seoz looks down at Sir Fluffington. You deserve a nice steak, boy. Come on.
You
Are you
jump off
coming,
the
Valtari?
second floor.
No, as far as I was aware, our bedrooms were on the first floor.
On
Oh.
the second floor. As in his
Oh.
exhaustion,
Okay,
Seoza hits the railing, goes head over, and just goes, y'all hear a loud thud. As Nellie
I have
looks
Nellie
amazed.
in my arms.
Nellie caught on the railing is being helped up by Sir Fluffington.
Valtari's gonna bolt out of the room when she hears that, originally planning to stay in bed a bit longer, and she's like,
Okay, above table. In my defense, because aren't there rooms on both floors?
No, they're used for other things. But yeah, y'all's rooms are on the second floor.
Okay, then you have this as a different layout than that mage.
No, they're on the second floor in that one too.
No. It is not.
Yeah, it is, because y'all can see across, but we'll deal with that later.
Okay, I can't help but say it. It's not Slider. It's Slipper.
Slifer, yeah.
Slifer.
I put no 20 pieces.
Slifer,
I don't know what
Slifer.
you're talking about.
The
The Egyptian
Egyptian
god
god card. Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
But
Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh.
as Seos is just on his back, he's fine. He's just winded all to hell. As Zeltar, you're able to help Nelly back over the railing.
Hi, Menfash.
Val's going to calm down a little bit now that Nelly is securely on her own 2 feet, and Seoza doesn't look like he is concussed, hopefully.
I didn't hit my head. It's fine.
He's
Okay.
just flat on his back down there.
Oh. Val is sending Seoza a message using the cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Val will, after sending that message, look at Minfash and go, "Did you find our other friend?"
Yes, he came back in a few hours ago. He's sleeping right now.
Have you seen Arthur or Tristan? I imagine Tristan's still at the church, but still.
Yes, Arthur arrived shortly ago as well. I have not seen Tristan just yet.
Val is going to scoop up Nelly and walk down.
She's gonna look up and go, "Can I walk? They all seem tired and trip over things."
She won't put Nelly down then and continue on her own.
She's
Go
gonna walk
down.
with you.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna help Seoza up too. It's like, let me help you there.
Theoza will take the hand. Okay. Food.
You get a big stack of pancakes, eggs, hash browns, sausages, toast, all of it.
Thank you,
And
Avery.
Is it like middle of the day?
so they saw
Breakfast for
Seoza
me.
come in.
Yeah. Avery knows how to treat her clientele.
Yeah. Theoza's gonna look at her. How much for a steak for the dog?
It's on the house.
That's nice. Thank you.
Appreciated. Mr. Fluffington.
He moves.
You're eating like a king tonight and gets head pats.
He is happy. And he's gonna start gnawing on the steak. Once you give it to him.
Yeah. But I'm gonna fix Nellie's plate and get her situated as well.
Takes about an hour, just about the time y'all are finishing food, where Tortufu also finally wakes up.
Tartufus like starts stumbling toward the door. Yeah, long rest, right? So we just
Yep.
do that.
You're still in the stage where you need to be not doing much, but you'll be fine.
I'm not going to press the button then because there could be something about to pop off. Tartufu like stumbles out the door, starts heading down the hallway. He looks over the balcony and sees everyone. You're alive! And Tortufu tries to, hopefully he manages to do it. He tries to bolt the railing.
Does I need an acrobatics check?
Yep. You know what? I'm going to use a hero point for it because I'm tired of rolling like shit.
Well, I was gonna say you have disadvantage, so you're just rolling normal. But you managed
16.
to jump it. You managed to land. It's not the most graceful landing, but you're able to get up.
And Tortuku rushes over, grabs Voltari, drags him over to Soyoza and Nelly, and gives him like the biggest turtle hug. You're alive! I thought you were dead.
Nelly's munching on a strawberry, just like, what?
Atari
Hey,
will
it's
also
her.
be a bit confused. Why would we be
Uh,
dead?
You were in the building, and the building was collapsed, and there was Arthur, the guards said Arthur was dead. I thought y'all were dead.
Arthur's not dead.
Where's Arthur?
If
I
he's
would
not in his
presume he.
room, he's with the church. And if he's with the church, I'm gonna fight a god. So he should be in his. He better be in his room. Looks at Avery.
Should have fun clothes to who you're talking about.
Val will point
Fuck,
out.
that's right.
Because
Yeah.
Arthur never got a room with y'all. He
Yeah.
knew where y'all were gonna be, but he hadn't made it here yet.
When do you
Val will
need to
point
pay for
out
a
that
room?
Minthash already. Oh, sorry. What was that, Beezus?
Oh, that was Tortuga,
I don't
but
think he's said.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
thought
was
that was
saying,
Beezus.
wouldn't Arthur have had to have paid for a room to be sleeping here?
yeah, but you don't need to give a name for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give a description of Arthur.
Val will actually point out that Minthash just said Arthur got here a few minutes before we woke up.
He got here about an hour before y'all did. Woke back up.
I didn't hear that from Mensash. Okay.
So both you and Voltari are just like swinging from Tortuku's arms as he's hugging you.
Hey Tartufu, can you roll me a perception check?
Are you gonna notice the bug
Okay.
that's about to hit you in the head?
Wow, Steve, you're doing this shit. I'm too sleep deprived and too jubilant from the fact that y'all are okay to notice anything.
Fair. That being said, you do have the three of us in a hug, so Valtari can also make this perception check.
I. One sec, I have to bring my sheet back up again. I forgot.
Oh, Valtari, feels a lot colder than normal.
Like temperature wise?
Yes.
She will look at him a bit confused, but not actually say anything and try and wiggle out of Tortufu's arms.
Tortuku is not letting go, honestly. He's lost one crew already. He was scared he lost another crew. You gotta understand, he is feeling the sense of relief that someone like when their best friend comes back from like a dangerous thing, like a soldier coming back from Iraq. That's the relief Tortuku is feeling right now. He's crying. You know what? He's crying a little bit. I'm gonna put that in there. He might be crying. It's an emotional moment.
Val's still trying to wiggle out. Does
Roll
not
the
like being
athletics.
dangled.
Roll the athletics.
party do?
So Tifu was still just babbling about how the guards said Arthur had been impaled and was dead, and that he couldn't get into the church to look for you guys, and he's sorry, and Nellie just like disappeared, and he went all over Baldur's Gate looking for her.
What were you doing when Nellie disappeared?
We came to the church to see if we could get the stuff so we could buy things for the Tartuffe was kind of fucked up right now, but we couldn't go in. We were talking about what we could do afterwards, and then we looked up and Nellie was gone. She's sneaky.
Tartuffe, do me a favor and put me down for a moment.
Tartuffe like releases you onto the ground.
Is it only Seoza he releases?
Yes. He still has
Val starts.
one possession.
Yeah.
Val is still wiggling and kind of hissing like a feral cat to be let down.
Tartuffe, please put down my girlfriend and hand me my
Okay.
child.
I thought you were holding Nellie.
Nellie was eating.
Oh. Okay, so Nellie, Tartuffe puts everyone back down.
Seoza is going to hand Veltari Nellie.
She will take Nellie and then put her back down in front of her plate of food.
It's more so as Seoza's just maneuvering Nellie over to Voltari's side. Tartuffe, come with me. And Seoza's going to put a hand on Tartuffe. And it's just going to lead him this way. Come with me, Tartuffe.
Are you gonna blast me across the city? I feel like you're gonna blast me across the city.
We're in a bar. I would never do that to Avery. Just follow me. We're gonna go have a talk.
Valtari contemplating if she should go and be a part of it, and then just turns around. Like, nah.
So Sales is gonna bring you into his room, and he's gonna look at you, Tartuffe. And he's just gonna look at you for a moment. You spent all night looking for her?
I had to be helped back to the tavern by a couple of adventurers.
Why did you
It's
bring
been
her to the
long.
church?
We were all heading over there.
Why?
Well, you have all our stuff. You couldn't buy
You
anything.
couldn't have just sent Memphis. Tartuffe, I asked you to watch Nellie because we had to go deal with the curse with Valtari. Why did you bring Nellie to a place in which you knew that was curse breaking going on?
Well, we didn't go inside the church. We just saw it was closed. We didn't think she would run away to look for you.
What do I need to roll to hit this man?
Above a 15, above a 17.
It's not above 17. It's above 17 to do damage. They can still smack the fuck out of you if they beat your dex.
I can't do damage with an unarmed strike. I have a 9 in strength.
So just roll a strength check.
So athletics. I have unarmed strike.
No, specifically a strength check.
So athletics?
No, specifically a strength check. Like, underneath your strength score, just click the STR.
It's the same damn thing!
I have to make the differentiation. If it's the same thing, it doesn't matter, but it's specifically a strength check, not athletics. Because it wouldn't
Also,
add
why does my
athletics
one-armed
proficiencies.
strike... Do you really think that I have proficiency in athletics?
You never know.
What do I look like?
You will after. Let's see here. We'll go over that. Let's take a look right here.
Why do I have
You
a
will
+1 on unarmed strike?
Mm-hmm.
after another
Probably thinks you're
92
proficient, but
hours.
you're not.
92 more hours of training with Tortufu, and you'll have a proficiency in athletics.
Wait, make that roll. Tortuga, what's your dex?
Ooh. My dex is 14.
Okay, so you're looking to beat a 12. Yeah, they managed to smack the crap out of you. It doesn't really hurt. It stings, but not damaging hurt.
Oh, you want to borrow this? And Tortufu holds out his big ass hammer. You might need that.
I don't think I can actually realistically lift your hammer. Is it just, what is it? Yeah. You're a lot bigger than me. I am but a twink.
Which means you still have a point of exhaustion, which means you're still at disadvantage, but it's fine. We'll keep going.
You know what?
Oh,
I'm going to argue that technically that I'm at advantage due to just how pissed off I am at this turtle, and therefore it is a straight roll.
Oh yeah, I'm not making you re-roll. It was just a thought.
So Tifu starts patting his hips and oh, here we go. He pulls out a club. Here you go. This is Mr. Bonk. I forgot I had a club named Mr. Bonk.
Is it just a normal club?
Yeah, it's just a normal club. I just name all my shit.
Fair, fair. Let me put one in my inventory real fast. Do. Because you've handed them a weapon, therefore they're going to use it.
Taking a hit.
And this time I do damage. Come on. What are all you stupid machines?
And this is why I waited to actually get the effects of long rest, so I can heal up after this.
This would reset your long rest.
Oh, so I do get the help, everything.
No, it would mean you have to start again from the beginning.
Oh.
I get
Actually,
smacked
no, that's
the shit
10 minutes of exertion, so you're still good. Taking damage doesn't do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Either way, I'm smacking the. Gotta do 2 damage. And then I'm gonna put the club.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna put the club to your chest. Because here's the thing: is remember, you might be wider than myself because you're built like a brick shit house, and I am but a fucking twink. But I am the same height. I might even.
I think you're taller than me.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, I might be taller than you. No, we're the same. We're both 6'1".
Yeah. Menfash is the one that's taller by 1 inch.
Yeah, Menfash got his feet by an inch. So, we're I die. So I'm gonna. So yes. So I smack the shit out of you, and then I put the club to your chest and go. When I ask you to watch my child, because I have to go do something dangerous, do not come looking for me with said child, Tartufo.
I'm sorry.
And Tartufu, you don't even need to roll for this. Seoza looks, one, he looks pissed. Two, his eye is glowing. And you're used to this man, like when he's doing shit, he glows golden due to his heritage. It all seems very, very dark. And I think in this moment, Tartufu would remember that Seoza said that he grew up on the streets. And that he had a very similar upbringing to Nellie. Now go eat some fucking breakfast before you starve. I can hear your stomach's growling from here.
As the two are preparing
Okay.
to go back down for tonight, that is where we're going to end it. Good job, you guys. That was a lot of fun, and it's good to be back. For everybody listening, I'll see y'all next week. Peace.